Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh,
Look
he's
who's
very
with us.
nervous.
He's nervous. Super early on a Sunday morning, like 8:30. Look at us together at 8:30. And by together, I mean as best we can do.
We're trying. Welcome to episode 12?
12.
Wow. Episode 12 of LegacyKnitz.
I love this piece.
It's just kind of the perfect way to kick things off. A little caffeine, a
Or
little
water.
hydration.
Who are we?
Oh, let's do this the right way. I am Chelsea,
Sue.
daughter,
Mother.
and we are the girls of LegacyKnitz podcast.
LegacyKnitz.
Here we are.
I noticed that I repeat everything you say at the very beginning of the podcast.
Really?
I do. Watch.
I don't think I've noticed.
I do.
Maybe it's
I
because
like repeat everything you say, like yeah.
I feel like it's because we converse so much that I probably don't even. We
Don't
probably
even
do it
know.
all the time.
We probably do.
Just repeat what I said.
See, I don't even know I do it. Let's not start this. Okay.
Okay. So, why does this feel like I can't?
I know.
Get
I
things moving?
can't get my head together right now. It's too early. Okay. Let's start.
Okay. Let me have one more sip of coffee.
Okay, one more sip of water.
Because this is Death Wish coffee. So
you can't even imagine how badly I want to drink coffee. I try.
You need to
And
get
Justin has totally gone to the dark side and drinks coffee all the time.
Yep. He always said he hated coffee.
Hated it.
He didn't want to have to depend on anything to wake up in the morning.
Oh,
and then,
he depends on it to get home at night.
Yes.
He drinks shots of espresso at 8 o'clock at night.
Well, and you want to know what? And that's what I realized was when Dad got the espresso machine
is
for
when
Christmas.
it all happened.
We gave him a taste of it, and it was over.
But espresso, is like coffee times 100.
And now he gets espresso in his coffee, so it's like...
Justy. I told him if he starts eating mushrooms, he has to, that's it, we're done. Because we both don't like mushrooms.
They have very similar likes and dislikes when it
Yes.
comes to
So
food and drink.
when that happens, he's out of here.
It's over.
He's probably going to be out of here before that, just naturally.
By choice.
By choice, but,
So,
Anyways, where do we begin?
So,
I love, because we totally forgot that piece last week.
yeah, we stopped recording last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to answer Meredith and Natasha's questions from the Wool Gathering podcast.
Because Meredith had two very distinct questions, and
I don't know how I did. I totally forgot to answer them.
Well, and when she asked them, of course, the first one, that's a no-brainer. But the second one is like, I don't know the answer to that.
You're about to find out.
I'm about to find out.
So the first question that Meredith had for me, for anybody that either didn't see that episode or haven't discovered those girls yet, which if you haven't, go watch them.
Today.
Because they haven't put out an episode this week, and I feel...
Lost.
I do. I feel like I need to message them or something just to be like,
come on, girls.
What are you knitting on? What are you doing in life? I want to be there with you. So, anyway, go check them out. The first one that Meredith asked was how I pronounce my last name, my married last name, and it is Zakorowitz.
I call it Zakorowitz.
Everybody has their own different way of pronouncing it.
Is it Zakorowitz?
Zakorowitz. Because it's spelled Zachorewitz. So Zakorowitz.
Zakorowitz. Okay.
It's potato, really.
Reminds me, when we're done talking about this, there's something that I forgot to share with you that I'm doing that's really important. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Totally forgot.
And the second question she had was, she was curious as to why I don't like capital letters.
When you write.
When I write. And I'm trying to get better about it, but my thing is, I like the aesthetic of having everything on the same plane and not having uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. I find it a little more, I don't know, pleasing to the eye. I
do the same thing quite often.
Yeah, I don't like I sound like a psychopath. But
no,
that is
no.
the
You
reason.
sound like it's an artistic balance. Because I'm all about symmetry in art, which I try when I was designing. I talked about this all the time with my students. Is I can't stop being. I am symmetrical. When I garden, I'm symmetrical. Like I'm a huge gardener. Didn't I just sound like, whoa, another skill she's got? She's a gardener. Not so much.
You're like a garden designer. And then you have a gardener that implements your gardening designs.
Yeah, that's what I would like, because I don't...
Dad does a good job of doing that.
No, he doesn't run us so much anymore. Yeah, we need a smaller piece of land. Let's just say that out loud. Okay. Anyways, that is so interesting, because when she asked that, I thought, I don't know why she does it. So it's more of an artistic thing than anything. I think it's pleasing to the eye.
Definitely. Because I'll either do all lowercase, or I don't even mind doing all uppercase.
Or all uppercase.
Like see
the all uppercase.
All uppercase.
That's so interesting.
But I am trying to, so the other thing that I wanted to mention about this, who would have thought that this question would be so very multi-layered?
Deep. She's very deep.
But so the one thing that I try to avoid is I like to use uppercase letters when it's either someone's name. I mean, I don't like to, because again, visually, I'd prefer it to all be lowercase, or a business name or something like that, because I don't want it to come off as disrespectful. And I don't know that capital letters...
I've had the same thought. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I've had that exact same thought when I write.
Yeah. Like, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, well...
Yeah.
I don't know. But so that's those are the times that I make sure that I do use capital letters at the beginning of names or not sentences, names or...
And you know what else I've decided?
What?
We are legacy writers, because the handwriting in my family, like my family of origin, is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like Grandma has,
Beautiful.
It's starting to change a little, but she has the most beautiful, precise handwriting. Grandma Phillip did in her day, but not so much near the end.
She was 90.
I do. I have to say, I have beautiful handwriting.
You do.
Although I don't handwrite a lot, and that bothers me because you lose it.
Definitely.
And I had noticed I was losing it. I was getting very sloppy. And you have beautiful handwriting.
See, and I've considered, like, I have kind of...
You have beautiful.
Both.
And both the boys, which is so unusual,
have great handwriting.
Yeah, not so much cursive.
I don't even know that I have good cursive handwriting anymore.
I feel like I don't see it a lot. I am definitely more of a cursive writer. And I will teach every grandchild and great-grandchild and any child in my presence how to do cursive writing.
Kids.
Because that's a sin. That they're, oh my gosh, it's an art.
I don't even know that they have handwriting classes anymore. I think they're the typing classes.
They will when they get home to Grandma. They will. Let's just say
Sit down
that.
with your lined paper, kids.
Okay, so this kind of goes naturally into this next section that I totally forgot to discuss with you. I am changing my language. Because I am now referring to sweaters as jumpers.
What?
I know.
Wait, so...
Well, it started by I went on holiday, because...
Well, yes, that was a necessary change.
The way people speak English outside of the United States is so lovely.
It's beautiful.
I'm taking it up. So every periscope I pick a new word.
Okay.
So I've had progress. We talked about
progress.
This. We talked about this. We are no longer making progress. We're making progress. And
we have progress keepers.
We have progress keepers. Doesn't sound right, isn't it? I don't think they say that.
Yeah,
I think they might still say progress keepers. And process, holiday, jumper, specs.
You're going to have to, keep me informed.
I am.
Okay.
I meant to have this whole discussion with you all week.
Okay.
Because it's a new thing on my Periscope. And it's just people speak the English language so much more beautifully. I'll speak for myself than I do. And
Same.
I'm stepping up the antes. KT has really been my inspiration, but who started it was Juliana and all the Canadians that say process. And for the longest time, it sounded funny to me, till one day I said it out loud.
And you're like, wait a minute.
Like, in my head out loud.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this process. And I'm like, process. And it felt right.
I love it. I'm in full support.
Join us. We are changing the world. Let's just say that.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. One word at a time.
Either that or we're just going to try and pretend to be.
Yes. And we got to get that arrow out of there, because if I touch it, it's going to. So yeah, that's I'm very excited about it. And the other one, I think Juliana shared it. Oh, there's a lot. I wish I could remember them. Like the drawing room. Is it the drawing room?
And what is that?
Instead of like the family room. And there's another word
What?
for that. The den. It used to be the den.
I feel like some people in the States use
the den. That was like Nana and Papa's age, like the den.
So a drawing room.
I think it's there were several very elegant words for our family room.
We need to find out what they were.
I'll get back to that. And then the sofa, for certain parts, which I don't call it a sofa. Sofa is kind of fancy. Couch. Well, in certain parts of England, I believe, and Canada, it's a convertible.
I don't know if I can get behind that one.
Yeah, Dad's got a convertible. It's not a couch.
I'm going to pass on that.
And why did I say Dad's got a convertible? I have a convertible.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Not really.
We all know
I don't
who
drive
owns
it.
things.
We all know. Okay, let's get on to knitting.
So,
well, we have to do this first.
Yeah, let's do. So, we just wanted to give an overarching thank you to anybody that mentioned us or showed us any love this week. We're going to try and keep this week's thank yous to. We have a lot of knitting content to give you, so we would prefer to prioritize that this week. Yes. So, thank you for any and all support that was thrown our way. We appreciate it.
We should talk about the new podcast that's out.
You guys.
Do we need to say it? Let's just say the name Debbie. Because it bothers her when we talk. It doesn't bother her. But she's like, Sue, no one has any idea who Debbie is. Yes, you do. Debbie,
you guys know who Debbie
S. Reese and Amy of Inked
Indigo on Instagram. The
Periscoping sisters have put out their first podcast. We have competition when it comes to hilarity now.
Oh my god!
Well, we have a lot because there's Tracy and Jody, but they're so funny. So that is the one we cannot go without mentioning.
That is so true. I'm glad you brought that up. Yes. I would have been really
check
mad
it
if
out.
Do that.
Check it out,
and I'll put the information on the screen.
We'll put it on the screen.
Do, and I'll put a link to their YouTube channel in the down bar as well.
Yeah,
but you have to. I feel bad even mentioning. I don't feel bad, but I don't want to spoil anything because it flows nothing. So organically, and it leaves you just like shocked, not shocked in a bad way, just like you just die laughing. Yeah. So I want everybody to experience it fresh without any spoilers. So head over there, watch their first episode. They're going to be great. They won't always be podcasting the way that they did this week because
they live on opposite coasts.
Yes,
well, Georgia and California.
Yeah.
So
they'll be probably doing the split screen thing, but
which they're going to figure out how to do it so they can share it with us.
Yeah.
When Chelsea, let's not talk about that.
We don't talk about the outward leaving.
Yeah, but they'll be able to help us. So we won't skip a beat, nor will they.
Watch the Periscoping
sisters.
And also subscribe to their Periscope. Yes. That's how they got started, and that is just equally as funny.
Yes.
And informative. We shouldn't just say they're fun. They're also very informative.
They're terrific.
Great knitters, great designers.
Yes. Terrific knitters. Not just funny, great content.
We can't let their hilarity overshadow their talent.
Yeah, I know.
So, go watch them. I'm glad you brought that up. So, snowballing into the thank you, let's draw our 1K giveaway.
Do we even know how many people entered? We should have looked at that. We're the worst. Okay, you're going to look up the number. Okay.
Well, on Ravelry?
On Ravelry. Hold on, we got to,
This is the first time I've ever done this.
This is live.
This is live. This isn't live, but.
So let's see how many people entered. I feel like I should have been more prepared.
335. So we have to start. It's number 2
through 335. Let's make sure it ends at 335.
Just to be sure. And I forgot to lock the thread at 5 o'clock on Friday. So anybody that got in there, I love it.
Yeah, a lot of people 3 people snuck in, and this is so funny.
I love it.
I think I may be late, but hello.
Nope, you're in. Listen. If you were proactive enough to go in there and say, "Hey, it's still open."
Yeah. Okay, so you have all the numbers.
I have all the numbers.
I feel this makes us official podcasters.
We're drawing a number right
to
now.
Have a random number generator. Okay, 2. I really feel like important right now. How many? 335. Well, thank you guys for all going in there. Okay, are you ready? Look, I'm going to do just what they do. 2 through 335. Generate.
Here we go, folks.
I'm so nervous. Okay.
196.
196.
Okay, let me find it.
So it's 25 on a page. So it'd be
Oh God, we can't even try to do math.
5, 6, 7.
Let me see if you're right. I'm going to be so impressed, Susan.
Maybe 8. Darn it.
So close.
So close.
What was it again?
196.
596.
196.
It is Knitter Mama 7.
Yay! What's your name?
I'm going to go to her page right now. Oh. I'm going to go to her page right now. See, we are so bad at Ravelry, you guys. So bad. Oh, there's no name. It just says Knitter Mama 7.
That's ringing a bell with me. So what did she write?
She's from Star Valley, Wyoming. Let me go back to her post. Oh, gosh.
This is so exciting.
Okay. Oh, awesome. She gave us an awesome list of shows. Oh. Okay. So the question that was posed.
One is she?
Right here.
Okay. I was just.
So right here.
Oh, I love it. Read them all.
So the question that was posed was, what do you enjoy watching while you knit? Whether it's a series television show, a podcast, whatever. We kind of left it open to you guys. So she made a list of her favorite shows. Wentworth, which I've never heard of.
I feel like I've heard of, but haven't watched, but I'm going to check it out.
Wentworth, House of Cards.
I watched the first episode last night.
Did you? Oh, I couldn't start this week because Justin's away at drill, and I would have felt cheat really on him. I would have felt really bad.
You just don't want to say you watched it.
I might have watched it. Sherlock, which again I've heard wonderful things.
I've watched parts, and I like a lot.
Witnesses, Narcos, which we've started to watch Narcos. So good. Ripper Street, never heard of it. Our favorite, Grace and Frankie.
Isn't it Frankie and Grace?
I think it's Grace and Frankie.
Grace and Frankie. Loved it. Watched it in literally a day, I think.
It was so good. It's on Netflix, so anybody that has Netflix, go on there and watch it. So.
Dying for the second season.
Yeah. It's Jane Fonda, and who's the other woman?
Oh, so many. Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin.
Martin Sheen, and the guy that I love that was on Newsroom.
Oh, I don't remember his name. Sam something. Worthington?
No.
Sam.
Anyway.
It's a great show.
We're trying to... Okay, keep going.
And then Hinterland, Death in Paradise, Doc Martin, all the Stargates, and she goes ... And those are just the ones off the top of my head. I love shows on Netflix. Knittin' Mama.
You go, girl. We're so excited. So PM us.
Yes.
On either here or Instagram.
On Ravelry or Instagram.
Ravelry on Instagram with your address. So we can get that in the mail. And it is a surprise package, except for one thing.
Yes. So
because we wanted to share this with our viewers.
Yes. Totally.
Don't you think?
So yeah, Shauna of Adelaide's Cottage.
Love you, Shauna.
Yes. So we're not going to go into mail quite yet, but we wanted to show this because it is a part of the giveaway.
Yes.
Sent us both DPN holders, which was so nice of her, and she included one to give away to you guys. So we're going to include this in our 1K giveaway package.
You're going to love it. Mine is empty right now because I just cast off, which I shouldn't have. So you see it.
Mine, I have mine.
Full.
Yeah. So I'll show it to you during whips.
Yeah. So we will get that in the mail.
So this will be a very part of the surprise package.
I kind of want it to be a surprise.
I do too.
I
hope you guys don't mind that.
Yeah, I think for we can talk about the stuffy along. We're going to be, because some of what we're giving is from our personal stash, and then other items where for the stuffy along, there are people providing us with prizes, so we want to share what they are.
Yes, definitely.
So you can see what's there. Definitely. If that made any sense. Okay,
did.
On with the show.
Congratulations, Knittin' Mama.
Congratulations.
You won our first giveaway.
Thank you all for following us, because we're almost to 2,000. Are we over 1,500?
I don't even know, to be honest.
I don't either.
We'll look. But we are going to be doing
I think we're going to do a 2,500. We have to think about it.
But we will do another milestone giveaway as they come up. So thank you guys.
I think if 2,000 comes really quickly, then we'd want to give it a little more time. So we'll evaluate that later. Thank you all.
Thanks.
I feel like we're really tangent-y this morning.
We kind of are.
I'm okay with that.
I have a dog that's weighing me down.
He is pressing so hard because he doesn't want you to go anywhere.
I know.
Because his employer just left. He works with Dave every day in his office, and he works with Dave.
He's a secretary.
Yeah, and Dave's gone for the week, so he doesn't have a job all week. It's leaving him feeling a little disheveled.
Unappreciated.
Yeah, he literally is Dad's like
right-hand man.
Right-hand man.
Oh,
and I think Dad loves it, to be honest with you.
Were you very sad?
He made him this. Look at that face.
My sad pouty face.
He Dad made a whole bed for him in his office.
I know.
Like out of sheets. Right next to him.
It's like right behind his
Right
chair.
behind him. Yeah, to the side. He would run him over.
Yeah, that's true.
To the side. Yeah. Okay, let's talk knitting. Why? I feel like I'm the moderator today, and I like
love
when you
it.
are. I like when you are.
Well, hey, let's just flow with it. However it works.
All right.
Oh,
no earthquakes today.
You can't
Look
have
at me, I'm backed way up.
Rommel will prevent me from
Yes.
having it. Okay. So, do we want to start with faux or whips?
Let's start with whips, because you said you have a lot.
I have a lot of whips.
I did so much knitting this week, you guys. And I've been so disheveled with my knitting, like, oh, what do I work on? And all of a sudden I started finishing things. I act like there's a pile this high over here. It's 3 things.
It's a lot, though. And for 1 week. I know.
I'm going to forget that one, so help me remember.
Oh, I won't let you forget. Because I do want to continue to tell people what we're wearing if it is knitwear.
Yes.
Because I know, actually, I've been meaning to ask Laura of the Fawn Knits, what was the sweater that you were wearing in your last episode? And I will actually message you and ask you this question because I want one.
Trying to remember
it was it looked like
oatmeal-y
a chunky
color?
knit, kind of like gray with like a colored flecks in it.
Yes.
It almost looked like it had like a really like slouchy silhouette, like you know the sweatshirt I was wearing all day yesterday.
Yes.
It looks like it almost had that kind of a silhouette.
Yes, I love that sweater. It's not a sweatshirt. That's so not a sweatshirt.
It's almost like a jacket.
It's a jacket out of sweatshirt material, and that isn't even right because it's so beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I want one.
It isn't handmade. I bought it, but it looks like it would be a similar style to that. So Laura, sorry, that was a total tangent. Laura,
get back to us.
I'm dying to know because I'm dying to be able to wear one.
Get back to us.
So anyway, on to whips.
You start your whips because I have a hoe and 2 whips, and then some finished objects.
So
you've got finished objects too.
I have one. Just one. Okay.
Do I need to take over with that little? No, he's so happy.
I'm just
Look at him.
Look at he wants.
Tracy and Jody are dying right now watching him because.
Oh my gosh, it's Ozzy, right?
Ozzy.
Their Ozzy reminds me so much of Romo. It's crazy.
So much.
I think
they look a lot alike. He looks a little bigger.
Agreed.
His face is a little fuller.
Mm-hmm.
Romo's the cutest dog. I don't like little dogs, you guys.
He's like a teddy.
And I shouldn't say I don't like little dogs. I'm not drawn to little dogs. I'm drawn to mammoth giant dogs. Always have been. Oh my gosh.
He's just a monkey.
He's the best. And because he thinks he's a big dog.
He has the personality of a big dog.
He really thinks when he looks at Izzy that he looks like Izzy. And Izzy thinks she looks like him and tries to get into these tiny
They're both
faces.
Really struggling through identity crises.
Yeah, but think about it. Wouldn't a dog looking at another dog
Absolutely.
go, hey, I'm you, so
you're my type of...
No knitting content.
We're really struggling with look at, he automatically hooks us. Okay, I love you. Just, okay, hold on. So my first whip...
Look at him. He's the worst.
He needs a shelf to rest his head on.
You're a lazy boy. Okay.
So my first whip is being housed in my Do You Knit bag. I'm so excited to finally have a project in here.
I've got to get one in mine. I'm filling my bags this week. I did pretty good.
You've been very organized.
Yeah, I'm trying really, really hard.
So this whip is my exploration station, and I am knitting this for the Sticks Plus Twine knit along, and I am so excited. I posted my progress on the thread for Eric's on Eric's
I do
page.
not put I join knit-alongs and I never post.
Something in me last night. I did that, and I did Candace's stripy socks. I posted my progress on that
darn
too.
It. She's got a lot of people involved with that knit-along, and I'm super excited for her.
Because who doesn't love knitting stripy socks?
I know. I need to start a pair. I don't have any stripy yarn. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, anyway.
I do, but I don't.
Exploration station. For anybody that has not seen this,
that lives under a rock,
you need to just pick that rock up and crawl out.
Super cheap, like her mother. We don't print in color.
It's true.
It's such a waste. Why? Although when I download that Penguana, which could happen today, I'm doing it in color because looking at Karen's color copy, I wanted it. Oh my gosh. I think we need to do the exploration.
We might need to get his whole book. So
look at this.
Rest your head.
Do you want me to
rest your head, little one?
Come here?
It's okay. Well, I mean,
it's fine.
So
gasp! I heard the gasps. Look at That's going to be the name of it. Gasp.
So this is my
you
progress.
Flew!
I cast this on. This was a couple hours of work last night.
It goes really fast.
It does go really fast.
Talk about the yarn. Here,
so this is going to go. This is going to be a little bit of a stash enhancement.
Oh my gosh!
Side road, but look at that.
We didn't talk about the emergency snack, which today is peppermint bark that I made at Christmas time. Let's say it out loud. It's stale. We had nothing else. We are not eating it.
We need to. I feel like we need to adjust our grocery schedule to accommodate
emergency snacks that we can eat. Because I'll say it, I'm starving.
I'm not too bad. So this is going to be a little bit of stash enhancement tacked on to this.
Yeah, it has to be though.
I grappled with whether or not I wanted to cake this up before I showed you guys the skeins of yarn, but
she couldn't help herself, and I
don't blame her.
needed
to start my exploration station. So I did post pictures of this when it first came in the mail on my Instagram. So head over there if you want to see it, how it was all skeined up and beautifully
It was
packaged.
beautiful. But you know what? Skeined up, it's stunning. Oh my God, this color.
I know. So this is all Chili Knits. We've talked about her before. We will talk about her again.
Connie of Chili Knits.
Goodness gracious, I don't.
Give me a minute. You keep talking.
I don't have one.
I think I put one up here.
So Mom's going to go grab one.
Got it.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. So I received this in the mail this week, and I was so excited. Chili Knits.
I love her card.
I do too.
Connie, we're in love with Connie.
And do you want to know what? That skein of yarn that she took a picture of for her card. That's this guy right here.
And what's it called?
Well, the one that I received was Chelsea is so fresh.
Chelsea is so fresh. I wish you'd keep that name because I love it.
Poor anybody that gets it. Like, who the heck
Who's Chelsea and why is she so fresh?
Yeah. So these 3 skeins came in the mail this week. I had ordered them through Connie, obviously. And then I paired it with the one that I bought when she first started dyeing.
And they're all looking, going, where's the purple?
So I thought I was going to use all 3. When they came, I kind of decided that I wanted to do something a little bit darker to contrast these brights.
These lines really need this value. The purple is super close, but I don't know. I think this popped everything just that little tiny bit more.
It just had that a little bit more contrast to it. So,
yes.
Sorry, the screen keeps going dark. So I will be using this for another project. I'm not sure what it is.
It's gorgeous.
This yarn smells so good. So I am a yarn sniffer. I am sorry. I'm not sorry. I am a yarn sniffer, and this smells so good.
What is the smell, though? That's what I can't... Is it just fresh air?
I think it's jasmine. No, because Connie, actually, I was talking to her about it, and she said she really tries hard to get the smell to come through. So, I don't know. It almost smells like the jasmine eucalyptus that I use.
You think?
I don't know if it is. Connie, let us know. It smells so good. Like, I just bury my nose in this soft spot at the top of the cake.
So beautiful. So I can't remember what that is.
So this is Nice and Knit Vineyard.
Nice and Knit.
Sorry,
we need to go see those Nice and Knit girls at their studio.
We should.
And do a podcast.
That would be so fun. Nice and Knit girl. I don't think they watch podcasts.
I don't think they do either, but they have small children.
Yeah.
We should talk to them. Maybe this summer we'll do a podcast out there. Stay tuned. Just brilliance just struck me.
I love that because they're right down the street.
Bolt of lightning. They are. I don't know where the studio. I mean, the studio I think is a town away, but
whatever.
So that's a mile down the street instead of right across the road. I love it.
I'm excited. I'm excited because I think this is going to be a knit along that I will be able to keep up with because Eric organized it so well.
He was smart because although I get so impatient, once I want to make something, I want to make it. Like he did the swatching. He did it the right way.
He did do it the right way.
Mine was already done through this entire section, so I am going to join in on the brioche piece because I'm basically the brioche queen. Just call me if you need help. Not really. Not true.
Don't do it. So that's my first work in progress.
It's perfect. And what needles are you using?
Thank you, Susan. I'm glad you asked.
I really am the moderator.
You
Is that what I call it? The moderator?
Yeah, let's go with it.
I like when you're the moderator.
Well, we'll share it today.
Okay, we'll share it.
I'm using my Knitter's Pride. Perfect. Look at that. Marbles. Teamwork. marbles. I went down a needle size. They're size 5s instead of size 6, like the pattern calls out for. I did that because Mom has knit hers all in size 6s, and she was saying that the brioche.
I'm going to go to a 5 for the brioche area because I played with it and I have to rip it out because I'm not the brioche queen that I think I am.
She's getting there. She's still a princess.
Still the princess. And I do think for the brioche area, I am going to consider going down a size. I don't know. I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine.
And I held this up to yours this morning.
And it was okay.
It was so close.
So close.
So close.
I feel like you might be a little tiny bit of a looser knitting than me. Any knitting or knitter than me. So
Makes sense.
It's so pretty.
Much. I can't stop looking at it.
I can't either. Jenny had the same problem on hers. Oh, that is beautiful. When something looks, for some reason, things look so good on screen.
Agreed.
I find that with my periscopes, I get mesmerized by how beautiful they look on the screen.
I know.
Not in person. That makes no sense whatsoever.
Because when you're working on them, you're not really looking at the whole picture.
You're right.
But anyway, so that's my first work in progress. Progress. Sorry, I'm still working on it. This is new to me.
I'm gonna show this one because this is the looking at her. I'm having such a hard time remembering the name of this.
Looking at her shawl.
Her shawl by Lydia, my favoriteest.
Gifted us the pattern.
Who gifted us the pattern. And so when I got the pattern, I was like, super pretty. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna join the knit along. I need a shawl like that. I'm gonna pick pretty colors, really pretty. Mm-hmm. Do not go by the picture because it is stunning.
In the picture, but also...
No, in the picture you can't see this detail.
Totally.
Can you?
Oh, no.
I mean, you just look at it and you go, it's really pretty.
We also print in black and white.
Yeah, we printed in black and white. That probably is the
Doesn't help.
So this is the pattern. And, I found this when I was designing needlework. A picture can never come across the way something is. It's in the dark part. But I didn't see that close enough. Either. Maybe if it was in color. But anyways, enough idle chatter. This is gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous. So I joined their knit along. I'm trying. Oh, knit alongs. I love them.
I do too.
I want to join them all, but I'm trying to stay limited so that I complete things. I will complete this because this was one afternoon's work.
Yeah.
I'm torturing them. They're like, just show the darn thing. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't it fabulous? I love it.
Look at the texture.
Look at this texture. It's only on one side. Now, I should have looked ahead so I could be more educated as I'm talking about this. I have a feeling that, so you're going to do then this, which is just a stockinette with your yarn overs, very simple. But I think when I get to the next cream section, the texture may be on the opposite side.
I'm curious.
I should not talk out of school like that. I really shouldn't. But I'm curious too. I'm going to love it either way. Like I can see it in my head both ways and love the thought of both of them.
Well, and I can also see you wearing that. Wearing the
heck
out of that.
So me, Lydia. It should have been looking at Sue, not looking at her.
We all know who the her is now.
We all know. Isn't it stunning?
The pattern's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. And I was lucky enough to have a skein of the Oloops girls yarn. This is the Minister of Magic when they do their Harry Potter knit along that I was a total fail at.
Which means...
Darn it.
That you can double dip.
I can double dip, which I did not know that. I thought it had to be a Harry Potter pattern. But I can use this in KT's knit along. Mm-hmm. So I can double dip. I'm sure I can triple, quadruple dip somewhere. You
just have to search.
Somebody's having a shawl along.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll forget to post in every single one of those.
Because we all have a beautiful shawl.
That's what I do, and I'll have a beautiful shawl, so who cares? Isn't it stunning, you guys? So there, I believe the knit along it's now. I just don't know how long it lasts.
I'll put the dates up. I tried to put it in my show notes last week.
I want to say it's through April.
Yeah, it definitely just started. I think it started either on the 1st, the 2nd, or the 3rd, like this past week.
I love it.
So yeah.
So thank you for the pattern, the gift, because it made me jump right into it. It
And
really did.
Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to cast mine on today too. But we need to go. I need to get another skein of yarn. So I think I'm going to be making mine in this yarn. We're almost. Do you guys see him trying to pull my arm
because
down?
he's afraid she's going to leave. She's
I'm
like,
not
you're not going anywhere.
anywhere.
Grandpa already left.
He just wants a pillow. So I'm going to be making it with, I believe, stop it, Romy, with my Trey Liz Color is Power.
I love Trey Liz. I've never used her yarn.
Yeah.
She's a periscoper. I haven't seen her in a long time, but she's on. I love her color sense. Her saying is color is power.
That's what I just said. I thought it was part of her thing, but it's just Trey Liz.
Color is power.
Color is power. And this is the caramel swirl colorway. It's orangey with tans and neutrals. It's a 3-ply merino.
I see it with the cream. Why is cream so attractive?
It's going to be so loud. I'm not a cream girl
You're
myself.
not.
It's not my cup of tea, but it fits you perfectly.
I live in cream. In the winter, I wear cream. Like, I call it winter white.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really want to have my vest on right now because it's really cold in here, but I'm trying not
I'm actually
to.
warm.
Are you warm?
But I have a personal heater sitting on my lap,
you're right.
so.
I might be warm too.
And what I'm going to do for my second color is I'm going to try and find, I don't know if you guys can see.
What about that gray taupey color? No?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. This neutral right here. I'm going to try and find something that's similar to it. Hopefully you guys can.
Really pretty. Because it looks like there's not as much of that because there's a lot of the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want it to melt into, well, depends. So pretty.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and find a neutral today and I want to cast this on because
you are going to love, it's such an intuitive, which is my favorite kind of knit. Because I do not like looking at patterns, you guys. I just don't. It takes too long. Stop smelling the yarn.
Smell it. It smells just like honey's. What do you guys
use? Using? You're right. It's this clean,
slightly floral.
Very slightly, though.
So, Mina, I feel like Mina when I do that.
I know.
So yes, I'm going to be joining that as well, and hopefully I will have some progress.
Look at me with my yarnet. We should have talked about. I have my yarnet. I need another one for all these 2-color things.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Look at how purple you are on your side of the table today.
I'm very purple today. Uh-oh, Izzy's getting up. She's like, why is everyone in there talking to themselves? So yeah, that's my work in progress.
Love it.
Gotta get better at that. Progress.
I know it's a big life change that we're making right now.
We need to improve our language skills.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it really. I'm really serious.
I am too.
They sound so much more sophisticated than we do, and by they I mean KT. Let's just say that out loud.
KT.
And the Canadians. There's a lot of Canadians.
Definitely, I totally agree with you.
Work in progress. Listen to me.
We were just having this discussion.
Progress.
My bags are so far away.
You're so far away, Romy. You want to sit with Grandma?
No, I don't know about this. There you go.
Oh, wait. Let's snag that beautiful burrito.
Oh, gosh. Is he in there?
No.
Oh, phew.
Well, maybe. Hold on.
Hang on.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, stay with me.
All right.
Oh, look at him with the head.
So,
is his neck that weak?
It must be.
Strengthen your neck, little boy.
Okay, so I am. I don't even know which sock is in here, but I am so into sock knitting right now. It is all I can think about, and I think it's because I've made so many shawls and everything recently.
You've made a lot of shawls.
Yeah. So this came in my package with my Chili Knits yarn.
I love it. It is so. I was telling Chelsea, Connie has my color sense when it comes to illustration. Like when again, don't I sound like I'm illustrating things left and right?
You used to?
Anyways, that's my color palette. The bright, the whimsical, the funky, fun. And I just feel so connected to her over her color sense.
Definitely. Yeah, I love it. And it's so not mine at all. I mean, it kind of is.
It's becoming yours, I feel.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But it definitely was not always my go-to. And now knitting, I feel like, has freed me from my traditional sense of color.
Yes, I agree. I think it's Steven. Let's just say it out loud.
Totally.
Steven.
Totally.
Oh boy, you gotta get comfortable. He weighs 5,000 pounds.
I know.
Really 10.
He matches though. Look at his color.
Yeah, we match. Romy, we match.
So, yes. We are so distracted today.
So distracted. We said we're going to have so much more knitting content today. We're trying to be serious. Go ahead.
Serious faces. So, my bag, which I love, Connie. Thank you so much.
Everything about it. The fabric, the size.
I bring it everywhere with me.
The squareness, the
Connie, handle. Like, I literally walk around with it on my wrist, like everywhere. Everywhere I go.
It's fabulous.
I walked into the hairdressers the other day and they like looked at me like I had like 3 heads because I was sitting there signing my thing. I can't. It's perfect. It's
You're
perfect.
super cool. They're just jealous.
They just don't know yet. I feel like we're earthquaking a little right
Are we earthquaking? I'm trying not to touch.
now. I think I'm doing it.
Yeah, you are.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Oh.
So okay, this goes. This kind of pairs up with a little bit of stash enhancement as well as another cal that I'm joining.
We're just blending it all together.
We are. We're just.
Who cares?
We're going with it.
We're not
so,
real followers. Get all that wire.
There's so much wire.
It's kind of freaking me out right now as I was getting used to it, and now I'm on my double points, so I'm like, oh, there's so much wire there. I bought 3 new pairs.
Oh, it's okay.
I'll get back to it.
So this is my sock that I'm knitting for Candace's, who is the Pinfeathers and Purls podcast, who Candace, we've already spoken, but...
Poor Candace.
My
Chelsea
heart
loves you. I think you told me about Candace, so you loved her before I loved her.
I did. The problem was, and I say this every week, I don't have a ton of time to watch podcasts, so I've been slowly each week, like, because I'll watch one episode and then be like, okay, I definitely have to go back and watch all those episodes, and then but I'm trying to get through new ones too. So, and the other thing, which I did want to mention, is when we talk about podcasts, if I don't have a lot to say about them, it's because I haven't had a chance to watch them yet.
Yeah.
And I want to be sure that when I say something about a podcast, it comes from a sincere place and that I've actually watched it and can speak educated.
Not taking her mother's word for it.
Well, no, I can do that, but I don't want to.
No, it's true though. I totally agree with you because I can't speak about anything unless I experience it.
Yeah.
I can't because I feel like it's not sincere. I totally agree with you. Look at him.
So, you're stealing the show today, buddy.
You're stealing the show. Everyone's looking at you. It's okay.
You monkey.
You are handsome. You're a handsome man who's exhausted right now.
So, Candace, I love you.
Yes,
anybody
Candace.
who doesn't know what I'm talking about, go to Instagram. I have an open love letter to her because I was an idiot.
Hysterical.
I was an idiot. I don't know how I somehow I survived the last however many months not following her on Instagram, and I'm so sorry. So anyway,
let's get on.
With
the socks.
I joined her stripy sock cal because who doesn't want to make stripy socks?
I know. I'm going to join too.
Mm-hmm. So I'm knitting these for Justin, my husband Justin. This is Arnie and Carlos.
They are so Justin.
I think.
Does he know you're making them for him?
Yeah, I told him.
Darn it! What have I taught you? Nothing.
Well,
now he's gonna bug you for them every time you sit down to knit.
Whatever,
she does not listen to her mother.
But I'm enjoying knitting them.
Now, wait till the second one comes along and you don't feel like working on it right away.
It's okay.
I tried.
So it's Arnie and Carlos. I got it at Village Wool in Glastonbury, which is one of our local yarn stores. It's right down the street from where I work.
I can't believe they have it.
Mm-hmm, they have a lot of it.
A lot of shops don't have it.
So I don't know why the camera's being weird again.
It is being a little weird, but the sock looked great.
Yeah. So I ran out and got this the day that I wrote the love letter to Candace because I needed to.
She had to make up.
Mm-hmm, I needed to start the stripy sock cal, and I bought new needles and everything, and I was like, I'm casting this on. It is.
I know, and now you're making me want to cast one on.
I mean, look.
Darn it. I know. Don't make me look.
Well, and so for anybody that is in the cal, she did mention, I was reading on her, either the chatter thread or whatever thread she opened up for this, and she did say that patterned stripes are okay. So, like, this is okay.
That was my question. Mm-hmm. I have some of that laying around.
Yep. So,
I want the other one you got.
Yeah, which I'll show. So this was a little bit of midweek stash enhancement for me, and the cal. I'm knitting this on Hiya Sharp US 1.5 needles with a 40-inch cord, magic loop style.
I love the Hiya-Hiyas. I'm working on something with Hiya-Hiyas, and they're magical.
They're great.
They are comparable to sock rockets, and a lot less money.
Absolutely. So, and actually, another thing that I thought was kind of crazy that when I was watching Candace's podcast, she talked about her experiences with Addy sock rockets.
Yes, I was shocked.
Me too.
I was
I've
shocked.
never experienced that before.
I have never experienced that, and that is, for me, the one go-to needle that I know when I leave the shop, it's going to be fine. Where the carbons, no.
So let's tell them what we're talking about. So in Candace's podcast,
Yes.
she said that her experience with Addy sock rockets, the first pair that she got ended up the nickel plating, as I think what it is.
Yes, wore off.
It was chipping
never
off.
heard of that.
And she said it happened a second time too. So
I'm shocked.
Me too.
I'm shocked.
My jaw hit the ground because
never experienced it, but yeah, obviously.
I would say 70% of the knitting needles that I have downstairs are Addy products.
Me too,
and
because it's always been
that.
I've been willing to pay the extra money for them, although I find, and I'm always shocked by this, that the carbons and the sock rockets are very comparable in price.
Carbons and sock rockets.
Sock rockets, and hands down.
Yeah, I would
sock
go Addy
rockets,
every day. Yeah.
Hands down, no question.
I'm wearing your slippers still.
You are. It's okay. I have two
saw
pairs.
them.
Why do I have two pairs? I don't know. They're so nice too, except they're getting old. Okay, whips. Look at this dog.
Should we trade? Come on. Pass the doggy.
He's so heavy.
It's like hot potato with a dog.
Hot potato. Okay, what am I working on? Very little has been done, but I started because I want to excite you guys about this stuffy along, so I started my stuffy. That's a lot of starting.
What is that, an alliteration? Is that what that
Stuffies.
is?
Sue Stokes has started a stuffy. That's going to be the
Title.
name.
Totally.
That was so bad. That is not going to be the name. Everyone's
Yes,
going to be
is.
like, I don't want to watch that one.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I love Susan Claudino's patterns. I love them. And I am making Rolly. It may end up being a gift for the new baby that's coming instead of a sweater, and then a sweater as she gets older.
I think that's...
I'm thinking, but it's Rolly. He's beautiful. He has I don't know if the sweater, it's knit in, but you change color. Oh, there might... No,
Okay,
not
good.
really.
I just wanted to be sure.
No, you change colors for the sweater. So the sweater is going to be purple. Darn it, what is this yarn I'm using?
Ooh, you have another skein of it, don't
I
you?
do, but
Where did it go? Well, Mr. Skein.
Bottom of that bag. Maybe. We'll get it next time. It's a... Oh my gosh.
That's unacceptable.
That's unacceptable. How did I not see that?
I don't know.
I can work with it.
Is it
Okay.
a Lang?
I can't
don't know.
remember.
We won't try
Honestly,
and
I
guess.
can't remember. But I love the yarn. I've used it for baby sweaters. It's almost a worsted. It's a light worsted. Oh, it's getting way too close to that button. I'm going to be stopping it. Okay, so this is one of the legs. I was hoping to have it done. I did this in literally 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So you do the legs, and then you do the arms, and then you do the body. And this sweater he's going to be wearing is purple. I would say by next week this will be greatly done.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's super fun. I'm using the marbles. Funny thing about the marbles is I like them. I don't love them. But for double points, for something like this, I love them because there's a certain amount of flexibility they have.
Do that in front of the camera.
Yeah. They watch it snap. Boing. No, it's a really, see, that's really helpful when you're working like this.
Mm-hmm.
It really, I can feel it in my hands. I really, really like them for this.
Yeah.
I really do. And I like the circulars. They're not my favorite. They're a little slower. Depends on what you're working on. They have a little bit of a drag.
You have to kind of reacclimate yourself when you work with.
They're different.
They're very light.
Yes.
Very light in your hands. They're, like you said, they're a little bit sticky, but not so much that your knitting is hindered by it. It's just there's definitely a certain amount of drag that you have to get used to that you're still having it.
Which for some
didn't make any
things,
sense.
No, it did. And for shawls, quite often, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I have my expiration.
Especially at the beginning of a shawl.
So that your stitches aren't flying off or whatever.
So that's my last work in progress.
Stuffies. I wanted to start mine for this week too, and I didn't.
Yeah, it's all right. You're in a starting mood, which is good.
I am.
It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, especially when they're socks. I don't feel guilty because socks are just, I can leave them on the needles and pick them up. They're my grab and go project.
I have at least 3, if not 4, empty needles
Oh yeah, I know.
to start socks.
That is like
So I'm going to start another, I might do the Neville socks.
Ooh.
Another Harry Potter sock by the same Hermione's, which I will show you later.
Do you want to know what sock I really want to do too? Jacqueline of the Brooklyn Knitfolk podcast. I think she's doing a knit along for them. They're the socks that Laura just made in her terrarium colorway. I can't remember.
Oh, that's ringing
my
a
gosh, what is it called?
bell.
It's like good.
Don't
I'm gonna look it up
tell
right
me
now.
this. Look it up while I talk. I'm not going to talk.
And I'll put the information because that's another fun cal that I think a lot of people would like to. I'm assuming I know what you people want to do, but any sock knitter out there,
sock knitters,
the pattern's gorgeous.
Well, and I feel this kind of leads into, as a side note, so that we don't forget, we've had several questions about knitting socks and how to go about it. Tell us the name.
Fine and Dandy Cal.
Let me see. Oh, show them.
Hopefully you guys.
They go with Debbie Reese's new. Oh, here. You show them as you have a dog in your. So I am loving those.
It's beautiful. And if you go to, again, Laura of the Fawn Knits has a picture of hers that she just finished too. And they're, I'll put all the information up there. But
love them.
Anyway.
Don't they remind you of Debbie's shawl?
Definitely.
Wendy Sky Knit shawl that's come out this week.
So anyway, we were just talking about socks, so I figured that was another one we could throw out there.
So let's do kind of a little synopsis on our sock skills.
Yeah, so this was a question that we got in our Ask Us Anything, or I don't know what we titled it.
I think it's that.
Our question thread.
A lot about knitting socks and how we do it and types of yarns and needles. And I've been a sock knitter forever. Mm-hmm. It's my love. If I could only knit one thing, it would be socks. Mm-hmm. I also think a lot of people, when I was working at the store, all they wanted to do was learn how to make socks. It's like, go for it. And quite often people think, well, I can't start with socks. And yes, you can. You absolutely can. You started with socks because when you learn to make a sock, you learn almost every knitting skill needed to go on. You learn knitting, purling, increasing, short rows, slip stitches. It can be the Kitchener stitch or the 3-needle bind off. Mm-hmm. You do not need to start, however, with sock weight yarn. That sometimes can make it difficult, depending on your level of patience, your personality. And that's what I would discuss with people when they wanted to learn, because I was the sock teacher at the shop and I had a group. We met every Tuesday, I think, and we were called the Soul Sisters.
Get it?
Isn't that adorable? It was not my original idea. I don't think I came up with it. SOLE, the Soul Sisters. It was so much fun. I want that group back. They were terrific. They were all knitting on different things, and I would just help them. So I'm trying to think. So you could start with worsted weight, less stitches, bigger needles is helpful. You can start with double points. You can start with 2 circulars. You can start with 1 circular. It's all such individual
preference, different
skills. So it's not like I had people say, oh, you should start on double points and then go to circulars. Why? I didn't understand that. Why? It's a whole different technique.
Oh boy.
There's
been a few of those happening. Sorry, guys.
Grandma Phillip's table's a little shaky.
This was my grandmother's. Any table is going to cause it to shake.
You're probably.
I'm just going to.
I'm sure of
it.
Out there. I'm sure of it. So I personally started on double points, and then I did not like them at all once I learned how to use 2 circulars. Mm-hmm. And then I did not like the 2 circulars at all once I went to Magic Loop, which was only 6 months ago, maybe. Mm-hmm. And now I am back to double pointed and loving them. Mm-hmm. I love knowing how to do them anyway.
Yes.
And so that anything is available.
I'm feeling, so I went down almost exactly the same path, except that I didn't start with double pointed needles. I started with 2 circular needles.
But you did start with double pointed in high school back, and when you had mono and made that sock in a drug-induced state.
I was going to say, I don't even remember. I didn't start with DPNs because I don't have that memory.
Yeah, you were so sick. And I just told her, I would say, okay, knit 2, purl 2 for 3 inches. And you do it.
Yeah. I did it.
Yeah.
So So yeah, so in my mind, I'm just starting with double pointed needles now. And I am surprisingly enough really enjoy. At first, woof, I could not get behind it. I don't have anything to show you. You're gonna have to rest your own head for a minute. I just sat there, and this was last Sunday. I was just sitting there with like.
She was like,
this
I
doesn't
can't do
make any
this.
sense.
This is stupid.
Why would anybody choose to make socks like this when you have magic glue?
Yes.
And then once I got past the cuff and I just started knitting around,
I got it.
Yeah, I understand now.
Knitting has done so much for your patients.
For sure.
Honestly.
For sure.
Like a year ago, those would have been sticking out of somebody's body. Or in the fireplace.
It's true.
And I just kept saying, just give a little more time. Give a little more time. Or maybe I knit a row or two.
I'm so impatient. Wait, yesterday?
No.
I mean, last week?
Last week. I don't think so.
I don't. You might have. I can't remember,
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
After a couple of hours, I was on board. And actually, that'll bring me into. Dun, 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 dun. Just because we are talking about them and it is relevant.
I know.
Otherwise.
I feel like we just need to go with the combo.
Yeah.
Instead of
segmenting. And then in a few days, I had a whole sock. So, double points.
Gorgeous.
I love them. Well, it's the same sock.
I know. I love that yarn.
Yeah. This is Arnie and Carlos. This is from Jolie.
I can't.
Love Jolie Creates.
Look at, again, on the screen, it's gorgeous in real life, but there's something about that.
It picks up the colors a little more.
Oh, it's my favorite colorway they have.
Yeah.
It truly is. And I've done 3 or 4 now. And so far, this is my favorite. With the orange.
With the orange, I know. I can't believe that you had this in your stash.
I know. It's perfect.
So I did the fish lips kiss heel, which you can see here.
I love the fish lips kiss heel.
Contrasting cuff and toe. I did a rounded toe. It's not exactly like the one that Mom did. I got it out of the sock architecture book written by Laura Neal. Just a rounded toe.
It looks exactly the same.
See, I was looking at yours. So yours almost looks more like a curve like that, whereas these are just kind of like straight.
Well, they curve where they're supposed to.
Kind of. Yeah,
Mine could be wrong. I kind of made it up.
It's beautiful. So either way. So double pointed needles. I get it. I've cast on my second one. There's nothing sticking out. You can kind of see it there.
Yeah. Oh, I love that case.
So this is my Adelaide Cottage double pointed needle holder that we were talking about that I got. You need to flip
Thank you, Shauna. I am so thrilled. It's so funny, Dave, because I had my sock, which I just finished, in it, and he was trying to understand it. He was like, so what do you do? I'm like, so I can throw it in a bag, or I can, and I'm not stabbing, or I'm not losing stitches. I have wanted one of these for so long.
And now we both want like a million.
A million. I love snapping them. And your extra needle fits in there too.
Oh yeah, I keep them all right tucked in there.
Snap it.
So this is the progress that I've made. Do you hear that?
Progress. I love it.
With my second sock. Not much, but
that's a lot. A cuff takes a long time.
It took me forever. This was the last thing that I cast on last night.
I cannot believe that we had this much left over after, I'll show you mine when we get to that. This much. There's so much yardage.
I have left over from
this. Oh, but you're going to need more for Justin's because you're not doing heel, toe, and cuff.
Correct. I'll use the whole skein.
The only downfall with the heel, toe, and cuff is weaving in all the ends. And I spent a week weaving in ends. And my box of socks I forgot to bring over.
You can always grab it.
I'm going to grab it.
Although we're running long.
We're running long. We're going to keep... Oh, darn it. Okay, so the last thing about the socks is the toe up versus the cuff down. I learned cuff down. So that's embedded in my brain, cuff down. I don't need a pattern. I can make up a pattern. I can pick a pattern that I instantly know because I know the structure of a sock. I know how it works. I know all the numbers. Having said that, I love toe up and I do it, but I can't do it mindlessly. I'm getting there because I'm doing more and more. So I am getting there. I love the cast on. I love Judy's Magic Loop cast on. again, I went on YouTube and I watched that video 100 times because I taught it, so I needed to learn it. I can do it mindlessly. It makes complete sense. There's a rhythm to it. I love toe up. I just don't I don't have it embedded in me enough to do it when I'm out and about. Like, oh, I'm going to start a sock. I can start a cuff down anywhere, anytime, any number, no problem. So again, being such a lover of socks, I want to know every way, any way. It's just a matter of, the biggest thing is understanding the structure of a sock. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing, understanding how a sock is made. Once you have that, and how you get that, you make 100 million pairs of vanilla socks. Mm-hmm. That's what I did. Made the same old sock over and over and over before I knew better, that there was more out there.
Well, and even just getting the courage to say, I'm going to cast on a brand new type of sock for me, and knowing that it might not work out. Mm-hmm. Like, I know that was for, like, when I tried to teach myself, well, I did teach myself how to magic loop through YouTube. I was like, you know what, even if this doesn't work, I can pull it out and start it on 2 circular needles and still have the same sock that I want to in the end. But yeah, I think that's what it is for me, where it's like I hear everybody else talking about the fish lips kiss heel or the magic loop, and I'm like, well, if everyone else can do it, then I want to be able to do it, and I know I will be able to do it. So it's just a matter of deciding you want to try new things. But like you said, vanilla sock, like, until you're comfortable with doing that, or you have the desire to want to do that, vanilla sock, decide what your vanilla sock is and go to town. Yep, I feel like I'm even still figuring it out. Like, listening to Jody and Tracy of the Grocery Girls 2 weeks ago when they were talking about the negative ease of a sock. Yes. That got me thinking, like, I don't do that, and my socks are always a little bit too big.
Yeah, so you can definitely go 56, definitely, if not 48.
I think truly, I think I'm going to do this with my next sock. I'm going to do size 1 needles, and what is it, 48?
48 is going to be small on ones.
Is it? So maybe 1.5 then. I don't know.
1.5's 48.
I always hear...
Even 2's 48.
1.5. I like the fabric of the smaller needles, I'm realizing.
I do too.
It's just a little bit tighter. It's not as... I don't want to say bulky looking, because 2's don't make it a bulky fabric, but it's...
they can.
It's more defined.
Yeah. Try it all. That's what I say. Try it all. It's just yarn.
Yep.
It's just yarn.
Definitely.
Rely on YouTube. YouTube is terrific.
Amazing.
For cast-ons, cast-offs.
Even stitches. Like, for the fish lips kiss heel, when I first start, even now, like, we've talked about this, we will go and we'll look at... I don't know if you do it anymore, because you make it so often, you probably know the stitches already. Or still.
Oh, the fish lips.
Yeah, where it's like
I finally have it.
Yeah, but so there are 2 types of stitches within that heel for anybody that's never knit it. That
TSP or
twin stitch purl and a twin stitch knit. Yep. And I had never done them, and so I literally have those favorited. And every time, if it's been a while since I've made a fish lips kiss heel, I'll just go to those videos. I'll look at them, and they're so easy to follow. And so definitely really YouTube is your best friend when it comes to learning how to sock knit.
Yes,
or try new techniques.
Do you have any more whips?
I do. I have 2 more, but they're both socks. So do I want to yeah.
So I would.
I wanted to bring this one out because I really want to finish these socks.
Oh, I do too.
And I also haven't shown this bag yet. And I had a really nice conversation with Carrie of Freckled Whimsey. Freckled Whimsey.
I brought mine.
I know. I don't know where it is. I feel like it's in that chair.
Darn it. I have the old Viewmasters.
I know.
Oh, I love that bag.
So this was my first ever project bag. So when she messaged me on Ravelry, I freaked.
Yeah, we love her.
So this was my first ever project bag, and she was telling me that this is actually she didn't have a lot of this fabric to use. This is her little button to make bags,
and she sends them with Smarties.
Yeah. And this is great. So I've actually spilled coffee on this before. So I just unclipped it, threw it in the washer.
You were so upset when you did that.
I was devastated.
You were like, I spilled coffee.
I was devastated. And luckily it didn't hit the bag.
No. It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And she uses a great interface. So it's very... Oh, that's what I was doing. No, go ahead.
because it's meant to sit on the table. You guys probably all have these.
This is her sock nanny bag. Like that. So it's like a little yarn ball too.
It does sit. It's really
It
what
does
you
sit.
have.
There's
Yeah,
just
it's
stuff
how
in
you
there.
have it in there.
So, yeah.
Sorry, Carrie. It really does sit. It's what she has in it.
Oh gosh, we're earthquaking hard. So this is my freckled whimsey bag. It's a great stiff interface because, like Mom said, it can double as a yarn bag when it has.
I love mine.
When it doesn't have a little crumple in it because there's nothing there right now. So
I'll have mine next week.
So yeah, freckled whimsy.
And I love the size. I love that. Is that a sock nanny?
Sock nanny. Yep.
I love the size.
And Mom bought it for me. It was.
Did I? I can't remember.
You did. You treated me to it. You bought yourself one and you bought one for me.
Yeah, I did. Nice. I do remember that. Mm-hmm. Love it.
So I wanted to bring this up for two reasons. One, to show you guys the bag because she does have a wonderful Etsy shop. And I know it seems like we always say everything that we have here is wonderful, but we wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
We wouldn't.
It's
we
that
wouldn't.
We know the products that we buy. We know a lot about.
That one you bought me too. The forest animals.
Yeah, we'll bring some more for
tomorrow,
bags next week to show you.
Tomorrow or next week.
We can't do this again tomorrow. So this is the other whip that I need to dig out of my archives because I feel like it's helping me. Whoa, keep hitting myself with my needles.
Look at those.
Showing you guys my old whips has helped me really really finish them up. So
look at those.
Look at these.
Oh my! I have the red ones. I should have brought them, so that would have been the greatest screenshot ever.
I think the pattern is called Bad to the Bone.
It was a free pattern.
It's a free Knit Picks pattern. Oh gosh, I don't even know.
And you are using Knit Picks yarn.
Yep. I am using Knit Picks Stroll for both of them.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember the colors.
I love them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are these for you?
Yeah.
We're going to wear them next Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I was going to make them for Justin, but I don't think they're going to fit his feet because Colorwork tends to knit up tight for me. So I don't think they'll get past his heel.
I think you have to have these.
So I don't want to... Oh, it's a free pattern, right?
It's a free pattern.
Okay, so I can show you.
Hot
Hot crossbone socks.
It is a free pattern. I'm pretty sure you can go grab it.
So I've been knitting on these.
This will be our Halloween knit along.
I'm not making another pair.
Yeah, me either.
No way am I making another pair.
I love them.
Me too. They're really fun. It's my first ever and only Colorwork project that I've started.
And you're doing great. I started a pair for Ben and quickly decided he's not getting them. They're just,
he'll lose them.
He'll lose them. Or one of them. Or wash them. I'm keeping them for myself. They're beautiful.
Thank you. So this is one of those projects where when I pick it up and I decide I'm going to work on it, I fly.
Yes, they fly.
But I'm not always motivated to pick them up, and I'm not sure what the reason is for that. So I'm hoping that I can hold myself accountable by showing you guys.
For me, it's because it requires looking at a piece of paper while
looking at a piece of paper and 2 balls of yarn. I get very frustrated with 2 balls of yarn.
I do too. But all you do, is go like this when you're working.
Yeah, and then just pull it. Yeah.
It's still a pain. I agree. But, they're beautiful.
I think I've got to be reaching the heel because I have a really long leg.
Yes, and you can just throw a fish lips kiss heel in there.
I know.
Or drop.
I might do a drop. I don't know.
It's hard to do a drop with a color because when you turn it, it's easier to do fish lips.
Oh, so I'll just do a fish.
What if you... No, that wouldn't work. Never mind.
So I'm knitting with some of your needles. I actually don't know what these are. I'm assuming they're adelaide.
No, Addy Turbos.
They used to have this cord?
Yep.
Wow. So these are Addy Turbos. They're Mom's. Because when I started these, I didn't have a lot of... Look at this one's even a little bit bent.
I have a million of those. I used to have a million of those. I would buy them I was going to say 2 at a time, but you need to buy them 2 at a time.
I hope so. So anyway, this is another one of my works in progress that I wanted to dig back out and...
Love it.
Hopefully get some work done on. And the Knit Picks Roll, for anybody that hasn't knit with it, so soft.
So soft. And I was really, it's a lot. I think the Felici is maybe died on this roll. I don't know.
I've never knit with Felici before.
But I expressed my concern once because it is so soft. And I thought, is it going to wear well? And people say, yes, it does.
Well, and I'm wondering because this is double duty.
But the bottom won't be.
Oh, the heel won't be, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
People assured me, I forgot who it was, but they assured me that yes, it will. Definitely will.
So yeah, that's, and then I only have one more, and you know what? I won't even show it. It's just a second sock.
Oh.
It's not a big deal.
I'm going to show you my hoe because you're going to die. I just finished this morning.
Oh, speaking of socks.
Look at that Hermione sock on the Gale's Art.
Sock blank. Remember
Sock
the pretty
blank.
flower sock blank? Well, for anybody that watched last week.
I have the rest of it too.
Perfect. Yeah, I feel like if we want to show
This
the
part.
content, yeah.
Special secret sock blank. Oh, this is 75% merino, 25% nylon. That's that side. This shows all her info. So she's Gale's Art. She has an Etsy shop. I bought it off of Etsy.
Okay.
So yeah, it's called Groovy. And there's I think we talked about this last week. There's enough for 2 more socks, and I am going to make 2 more socks. So right now I'm at this. This is where I'm working from. So the next one's going to have the pink cuff and go down to this, which is, I love it. I just love it.
It's beautiful.
I knit them on the double pointed size 1.5 we bought. US.
Yes. Yeah, the ones that we bought at
Love.
Yeah.
Love, love, love. So yes, that's my hoe.
I love that.
I love it too. Do you have any finished?
What pattern are you making?
Hermione's.
Hermione's, that's
So
right.
this is for KT's knit along.
For Harry Potter.
Harry Potter knit along. And I'm going to finish these. I'm going to finish one more, and I'll probably, I don't know if I'll make the third right away because I'd like to go into another pair of socks.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever designed it, I'm sorry to say, I don't know who designed the Hermione's. Everyone knows about it.
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen.
She designed several other Harry Potter name socks, and one of them was the Neville sock, and I think I'm going to make that next. Reminds me, and I shouldn't say this because I haven't looked closely, but just looking quickly, it reminds me of the blueberry waffle, which
Which reminds me of the Hermione sock.
Does it? The
The
blueberry
knits-
waffle is more
chunky, but that's because
earthquake.
I feel like
tell,
we probably will have a lot of them
Because the water just shook. You know how you can tell when an earthquake's coming? The water shakes. Anyways, that.
Cool.
I have a lot of finished objects. You go with yours first.
Yeah, I only have one. It is
A lot.
I showed it last week, and I was hoping it was going to be a finished object last week. My windswept shawl by Molly of the Homespun House. I love it.
Whipped that off your needles.
That was basically a week. I could have finished it last week.
You did. It's not blocked. We didn't get to that.
So I have blocking wires coming in the mail tomorrow. So I grappled with, do I block it and show it blocked for the podcast? But I would rather use this as the first thing that I block out with blocking
So let's
wires.
call it a hoe.
So we'll call it a hoe because it's not.
It's beautiful.
So it's not super big right now because, again, it hasn't been blocked. But
Oh, it's beautiful.
I feel like it will block out pretty big.
I'm always shocked how things block out.
I know.
Like this blocked out huge.
Huge, yeah.
I love it.
Let's see. How can I show you guys? So you can kind of see the lacy pattern.
So pretty.
So I ended up finishing it 2 or 3 rows short of what it should have been because I didn't have a ton of yarn left. And I was talking with Mom, and I was saying maybe I'll do a contrasting picot bind off.
For 2 rows, it would have added nothing.
It wouldn't have been significant
So minuscule. No.
But it does have a pretty picot binding, which is kind of hard to see.
You've aced that.
But it was starting out with, it just takes so long. It took me an hour to do the picot binding.
Yeah, it was painful watching you.
Oh my gosh.
Because she just wanted it done.
Yeah. But I did. I finished it, and so
it's beautiful.
It's a faux hoe.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Thanks.
You are definitely a Molly girl, shawl girl.
Her patterns, I'm telling you,
I have
the
to
minute
make
you
one.
knit one, you're going to be like, I need to knit all
I'm
of
going to
her
make
shawls.
that one that you wore last week. I'm going to make that.
Windswept.
Windswept. Why am I so bad with names?
And this is the yarn that I used, just for anybody that was curious about it. 3 Irish Girls, and that's the content information.
Dying to use my 3 Irish girls.
It was fun to knit with.
Almost did it on Lydia's, but I really wanted to use that Minister of Magic.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I
Oh,
had
loops,
to.
oh, loops.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. So that was my finished object. I knit these on carbons, size 6 carbons. Faux.
Faux.
Let's just call it a faux, people.
This is going in my box of socks, which I'm now up to. Let's show that next week.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I wove in all the ends. Look at these. Look
They're
at these. Can you believe, though, I made these and you're making a pair?
I know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so
the yardage.
These socks and the sock that I showed you, that was all out of one skein. One skein of Arnie and Carlos that was this big.
No, two.
Oh, two. Well, oh
two.
yeah, I'm sorry.
One
two.
and one,
So
because it's the individual. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 skeins made 2 pairs of socks.
So if you, that is really a tip to get more out of that.
Contrasting.
Use the it's shocking how much the heels, toes, and cuffs eat up, right?
Yeah.
I love them.
They're
I love them.
So beautiful.
Finished object number 1.
Uno.
Finished object number 2.
And you knit those on DPNs, right?
DPN.
That was your first re-entry into DPN.
I am hooked.
I kind of am too.
I am hooked. I cannot even believe I'm saying that.
No.
Cannot even believe. Second finished object, minus blocking and buttons, but I had to show you because next Saturday is the sprinkle that I'm going to, which is a shower for a second baby, and it will be gone. This is the Minnow Knits button. It's going to have little VW bugs, yellow buttons. I love it. It's one of my go-to baby patterns.
You knit it in like a day.
Truly 2 days with not a lot of knitting. Because I talked about it last week. You knit the back, you knit a front, you leave live stitches, so you 3 needle bind off that together. Same 3 needle bind off. Pick up your sleeves. I am so proud. That
She's
is
a
not a
proud
word.
knitter.
Of my mattress stitch.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It is perfect.
I do not like finishing objects. I really don't. It's not a skill I have. I'm not super patient, and I just want to be done and on to the next knitting. Look at that.
It's flawless. That's a lucky baby.
Yeah. So
I wish I had that sweater.
I love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I love it. It's an old pattern. So anyways, button. So I'm hoping I'm going to make a little pair of crocodile booties to go with it, but
oh, it'd be so cute.
I started one this week. It was a little fussy.
Oh, it wasn't fun?
I wasn't in the mood. I think they're very fun. People love making them. I just wasn't in the mood. So that's done. Yep, I have more.
There's more.
My brioche. Look at this.
I'm
very proud of myself.
As you should be.
I should be, because this was... I was going to keep going because I thought it was too small.
Blocks out really big.
It blocks out huge. I'm so glad I stopped. This is the famous Mina's pattern. It is written so well. I watched another one of her test knitters. I forgot her name. It talked about how well Mina writes a pattern. This is my first experience with the Mina pattern.
She writes them so well.
She wrote this pattern so well. I believe it's going to be released any minute now. Any minute. I have
I'll
to
put
do
the date on the.
Yeah, I have to do all the. I don't think she knows for sure.
Oh, then I won't
she's away
put the
on
date
holiday.
Oh,
with her family. I'm pretty sure because we are best friends practically. Not really. We haven't spoken in a while. Mina, I miss you. So, anyways, I love it. I love it. It's a great pattern. Super intuitive once you get the brioche skill down. And it's a skill you all want to have. I know you don't know that, but you do.
You do.
Because I feel like I'm a much more powerful knitter now that I can say, yeah, I know how to brioche.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mina.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
It's beautiful.
I have thought of giving it as a gift. I've rethought that.
Yeah,
Nancy, I was thinking, but you know what? I love it. It's my first brioche.
Yeah, I feel like that's a milestone.
Look at how it lays.
It's really beautiful.
It's super squishy as you're knitting it. It's still super squishy, but when you block it out...
That's what gives it that expansive...
Yes, that's why it got so big. So it's still super squishy, but not the knitting super squishy.
Different.
I love it. I wasn't originally thrilled with my color choice. I felt it was a little crazy.
I love it.
I love it. I will share it with you because I feel like it's also you.
I feel like
yeah, I will
out.
allow you to wear it at any time.
And you didn't make the so she has an asymmetrical one, and then she has a perfect triangle.
Yes,
one.
I believe mine is the perfect.
I believe
triangle.
so too.
Yeah. Thank you, Mina, for allowing me to test knit it. Number one, and trusting me to test knit it. Yeah. I love it. It pushed me. It really pushed me way beyond a comfort zone.
Definitely.
Way beyond. And I love that I can say, I know how to do brioche. Because I was not happy that I didn't know how. I consider myself a really experienced knitter, but you're not if you don't know how to do brioche.
I don't think
Just
that's
putting
true.
it out there.
You can still be an experienced knitter now.
No, I'm pushing our people.
Come on, people, push.
I want to encourage.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting long.
I know.
How do we do this?
We do. Because we do this. See what we're doing right now? We need to stop doing this and just keep going.
Okay, keep going.
You're the finish. Are you done?
I'm done with finished objects.
Okay. I have a little bit of stash enhancement.
Okay, go for it. Because I do too.
And then we have to do mail.
Oh, do I have stash enhancement or mail?
I don't know.
I have mail.
So I already showed you guys this, Ernie and Carlos. I also. Oh, okay. Mom's going to show you my next stash.
You're gonna. I just stole it for a minute while you were looking away.
It so bad. This is my other Ernie and Carlos acquisition.
That's what I'm going to use for the Candace along.
Oh, we're calling it a Candace along.
I'm calling. I have to. It keeps them straight in my head.
Anybody that wants anything to be named anything, just don't name it because Mom's going to rename it for
Candace along,
AKA Stripey Sock Cow.
Stripey Sock Cow.
So this is the color 02464. They need to start naming these something a little more interesting.
Other people have names for them. I feel like we're just not seeing it.
Bell to stock color?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's go with that.
Or maybe that's for the whole...
See that right there?
The whole collection.
Whatever the color is, it's Arnie and Carlos. Got it at a local yarn shop, Village Wool.
I love it.
I can't wait to cast them on.
We're going to cast on all afternoon.
No, I did that yesterday. I did that yesterday. Not gonna do that. I will cast on the looking at her shawl, and that's it. Oh,
yeah. So leave it there. It's okay.
Leaving it. And the other stash enhancement I have is from Republic of Wool. It comes in this awesome...
I was going to say, hey, look at that mailer. How did I not recognize...
Zebra print mailer.
That's what we need.
And I knew the minute I opened up the mailbox that this was my Republic of Wool because she's just that
She's super cool.
Her name is Michelle.
I don't have any of her yarn yet. I've got to get some.
You definitely do. She's out of Portland, Oregon. I'm sorry, there's so much crinkling. I
feel like when I hear Republic of Wool that she's from not the United States. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It sounds like a European.
Oh, I don't know.
It's gorgeous.
It is her Love Dust colorway and her twist fingering base.
I can hold it closer.
Yeah, Rumble's really hindering me.
I can hold it closer. Sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. So,
what do you want me to show?
Oh, just like that. That's her logo, which I absolutely
love.
It's so cool. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to knit with it, but last Saturday, I think, or last Sunday, I laid in bed one morning and I needed to buy yarn. I couldn't help myself. So I bought that skein. I have a packet. Shop?
Is she on Etsy?
She's republicofwool.com.
Okay.
So I don't think she runs through, no, she doesn't run through Etsy. She runs through her own site. So yeah, I love it. It's, how many?
80/20.
80/20 merino nylon. It's 400 yards. So it's a good size skein.
This to me is stash. Like until you find something like this is so gorgeous that it's almost like you have to wait.
Yeah, I agree.
To let it like
have the perfect project for it.
Gorgeous.
Love it. So I also have a package from Molly of a Homespun House.
Did you not share this with me? Oh, I thought it was here.
Oh, no.
It came.
It's on its way.
Oh, I thought it came and she was surprising me too.
No.
I need to order. I'm so struggling with like trying to save for Rhinebeck or Earthquake and wanting all the yarn and I don't know. It's hard decisions.
So that's my stash enhancement.
Okay. I'm going to show you something I won.
She won this. She was on a lucky streak.
I was. From Laura of the Fawn.
We talk about her
Knits.
a lot.
We
Candace
talk
was
about
saying
Laura.
that she does the same thing.
Yeah, you can't help it. Laura's just adorable. Laura is the brunette version of you, to me.
Oh, that's such a compliment.
Yeah, because you have
I
the
love
same
her.
birthday.
We do have this.
I do. I feel like I do. In a odd way, I feel like you two are sisters. Both my daughters.
Laura.
Sorry, Laura.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
sorry.
We wouldn't curse that. We wouldn't put that upon you. Look at this. So it's felted wool. It's gigantic.
It is.
Chelsea said, "What are you going to put in there?" I'm like, "I don't know."
You have to really think hard about that.
It has to be a sweater.
Mm-hmm. It has to be a big project. Or it could be all of your sock whips.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Like, it either has to be a
have them
big
with
project
me.
or a lot of projects.
I'd always have them with me.
You would.
Like, this would be my go-to. Okay, so Laura, I'm going to tell you something.
I'm curious.
I am a rug hooker.
Oh, yeah.
And I have so much wool. Like this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same. It's felted dyed wool.
It feels the same.
It's gorgeous. I should look through my stash and see what I have. I feel like some of mine is heavier than this. It is so beautiful. It is. I just can't stop looking at it. I really haven't allowed myself to look at it. I've had a busy week, and now looking at it like this, it's stunning. So, Laura, you can, now that you're dyeing yarn, you can dye wool and felt it.
Mm.
Can you imagine that? Dyed wool with matching dyed yarn. Look at putting a whole business plan together for you, my dear.
Another one.
Another one. But you really could. It's the same process. I act like I know. I kind of do.
I know.
I have dyed this kind of wool before, and I have all the dyes, and it makes me want to dye yarn. And by saying I have dyed this wool before, like twice.
You've still done it.
I'm prolific about everything. I'm not. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It is stunningly gorgeous. Mm-hmm. When she updates any of these felted wool ones, run.
Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous.
All right, let's do mail.
Let's do mail.
Okay. I'm going to do my mail.
Yeah, you start.
Oh, Seashore Sharon.
We love her.
We do not need to tell any of you how much we love Seashore Sharon.
We call her that because it's her Instagram name.
It's her Instagram name. And she's going to come down to the
Do You Knit
on the 19th. And I'm thrilled that we are going to get to see you and probably visit a little more than we were able to at VKL. We act like we know. So anyways, the last podcast, you were talking about your tin.
I didn't even see what you put in
I put all my charms in it. So she made me this lovely tin, and this is magnetic. Is it magnetic? It is, because these aren't. Yeah, it's magnetic. Anyways, I was finishing up a sock, and I needed to throw a bunch of stitch markers in somewhere in the bag. So I just quickly grabbed this, but Seashore Sharon, you're the best. Just the best.
Because Mom was talking last episode about how she loved my little emergency tin from, I think I got mine from, I don't know.
Remember.
Doesn't matter. But so,
it's so pretty.
Thoughtful. I know.
It's so pretty.
It's a tea tin.
I know. It is just lovely. So that was gifted to me. And then I'll show my other gift, and then we'll show.
Yeah.
So this was from Amy of the Bohemia Fibers. I just got this in the mail yesterday. She's one of my Periscope followers, and she follows, obviously, us here. Look at how rich and beautiful that color is. And the content is to die for.
Oh my gosh,
it is
cloud.
70% baby alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% cashmere.
I love it.
I do not know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to do something super special. I love it.
You need to be wearing that around your neck.
I need to be wearing it. I'm tempted with a 3-color cashmere cowl again.
I like that.
Or the shawl, one or the other. It's beyond lovely and so thoughtful and nice of you to send this to me. It is just gorgeous. Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Came yesterday.
And she left a nice little note. I know.
A beautiful note. I'm not going to share the note, but it's beautiful.
It's for you.
Just so nice. I don't like it. I love it.
Love it.
She said, I hope you like it. Like, how could I like that?
No.
Okay. Our
Should
last
we do...
thing.
Well,
Oh, yeah. Let's do
there's
this
more.
one. You want me to do it while you're knitting? You talk and I'll show?
Oh, sure. So Vicky is one of our viewers and followers, and she's on Instagram as, oh gosh, Daviska.
Daviska?
Is that how you say it, Vicky? You'll have to let us know. But she's awesome and so cool, and sent us, look at those bookmarks.
She's also
They're
she joins me on Periscope quite often. I love these.
I do too. I can't wait to start using them. We've left, typically when we get mail that we want to show.
We leave it. It's killing me.
Yeah, so we've had this whole, I almost called a table a plate. We had a whole table full of goodies. And look at progress keepers. Like, so kind. Thank you.
And we also, we keep forgetting Anna's progress keepers.
Oh.
Because we package them in our 1,000, thank you, Anna, our 1,000.
So Knit and Mama, you're going to be getting some.
Yes.
I actually, oh, shoot, I never sent her the picture of those either. I'll do that after
Well,
this.
we can undo it for that.
Oh, that's
We
true.
can undo it. These,
Which are so...
I love. Chelsea decided I let her pick this time. We do that. It's so funny. She picked the octopus.
I wanted the octopus.
I said I don't care because we both love them both.
Yeah. I just, the octopus.
And I'm getting the star. Oh, I love it. Thank
Actually,
you.
you want to know what? I'm going to put it right in my sock right now.
Put it in your sock.
I'm gonna do
Okay. And then, I
And
can't
look at
believe
these
these are still here. I think
candies.
these are the famous Canadian maple
that.
syrup.
I feel like
I think they are. I cannot tell you. I almost opened it a million times because Shannon sent us just a gift, beyond a gift.
Well, we'll go to her in one
Yeah.
second because I wanted to show. Look at this
But we ate all the
beautiful.
candy.
Yeah. Look at this beautiful card that Vicky sent.
So
the paper
nice.
is, I don't know if it's handmade or if, I mean, I don't know that she made it, but it's, look at the texture
I feel like
of it.
she might have.
And the picture, it's beautiful.
And
a
lovely note.
Yeah.
Lovely note. That is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
I feel like there's a good chance that she made that.
I'd be curious, Vicky. I feel like we should just message Vicky.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe she bought it. It could be.
It's handmade.
Yeah,
it's
it's
handmade.
definitely. I mean, you can't get that from
Just
Hallmark.
lovely, lovely,
Yeah.
lovely.
So, Vicky, thank you.
Thank
it was
you.
so kind. I love it. Look at, I'm about to put this in my sock right now. Froma would stop doing that.
He's such
I
a
love
bully.
him so much, but
He's a bully.
literally, he's a spoiled only child. Look at him. Look at him. Okay, anyway. I do love
Here
him.
now.
Yeah, see, it's good.
Melting.
We warmed it up. So, oh my gosh, I always put these on backwards.
The lovely. We've already shown, but Shauna, thank
Shauna.
you.
And she sent us minis.
Minis. Oh my
which we can show
gosh.
as well. And again, a lovely note.
Lovely note. Lovely note. I'm repeating. So sorry.
I don't care.
Stop
It's just
repeating.
funny because you pointed it out, so now I'm thinking about
I do it. Oh my gosh, I do it. And so here is Shauna's
Oh, yes.
info.
Adelaide
And she has a lovely podcast.
which you should definitely
I'll tell you
watch.
when I tell people about Shauna, I say she's the American version of Little Bobbins.
Which I think is
Spot on.
our opinion only.
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Yeah. Makes
Which,
me laugh,
if
though.
if I got that, if
It's
I got
such a
that
compliment.
comparison, I would think it was.
Oh, I say it as
Hopefully
a
you agree,
complete,
Shauna.
I know she does. I know she does.
Yeah, and she gave us a lovely little card too. Birds are the thing.
Yeah, I'm
Look at-
afraid of them. But on cards, I think they're beautiful.
Like, look, and again,
That's
a beautiful note
so
that we won't share, but
so cute,
so sweet.
so sweet.
And look at the envelope too. I didn't even really.
I know. Why are we not good at these
Look at it.
things?
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're gonna work on it.
So
Fine details are.
Did
I'm
you already show them?
so. Yes, I did. I'm so envious of those people that can do the fine details.
like, look at.
I know.
Vicky used washi tape to tape these.
I have washi tape. Do I use it? I look at it and I say, I love washi
So
tape.
cute. We'll get better.
Okay.
And then, oh goodness, and then let's see. So we did that. Okay, and then
Is this one?
Miss Shannon. That was Vicky's envelope.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
Last but not least.
Miss Shannon, which I posted this on Instagram. She sent us the nicest gift. Or like the package. And so the picture that you're seeing right back here.
Do I need to bring
drew
that
for us.
closer?
Oh, go. Yeah,
I
you want to.
do. I just cannot let that go.
I know. She drew it for us, which I feel like that was like.
And this so speaks to the artist in me.
Yeah.
It made me say, why don't I do that?
Look at.
We're on the right side. I do too. With our Franken socks.
Yeah. So that was a really fun part of the package. She sent us like six or seven candy bars.
Oh, Shannon.
They were gone in like 2 days. We would have shown them, but
they were so good. Okay, this is the one we need more of.
I disagree with you.
That coffee squishy one.
The coffee. Oh wait, are you talking about the toffee one or the wafer one?
Coffee wafery.
We don't remember what they're called.
Justin got home and attacked it immediately.
He did. He jumped on it.
I was like, whoa! I just want to eat them all.
Yeah.
Justin just came in and said, we need to try all of these.
So we, begrudgingly obliged him.
We said, if you feel we need to, Justin, we will.
Girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
Girls gotta do.
I particularly loved the one where it was peanut butter, caramel, and then there was a little bit of like a toffee crunch to it, and then it was covered in chocolate. That was my favorite. Again, I don't remember the name.
Canadian chocolate is better than American chocolate.
Like mind-blowing.
We need to up our game here.
Well, we don't really have any.
We have no control. Darn it.
But anyway, so there was a lot of candy that went with this. We don't have it to show you because it's all on our bellies.
You're the best. She's super fresh.
I love how fresh
she is.
She also sent us each a skein of yarn, which
mine is Sweet Georgia.
And I believe in her note she said, this is encouragement to just knit
the lime
damn
sweater. Yeah.
Cast it on.
Knit
it. I love it.
I'm on it, Shannon. You just tell me what to do and I'll do it.
And then this is Smith & You. It's Marianne socks. I believe Shannon said in her note, and I have the note right here, I can look, that this is from a store that she wanted to take us to someday. So I would really love that.
We're coming.
Look at that.
We're coming. Because we have a passport to go right in. We don't even need to stop.
We do. It's the
Marsha.
Talk about that in a minute.
I love you.
It's a deep cove colorway. It's 420 yards. Fingering.
It's gorgeous.
Yep, merino nylon blend. I'm considering making socks for this.
You should. I have to feel it. It is so you.
I love.
She nailed us.
Yeah, she really did.
Look at us. Look at Shannon. You're the best.
So yeah, so she sent us our skeins of yarn. She sent me. Oh my.
She lives in this, Shannon.
When I say that, I never take it off. Every day
I see her every day. I'm like, and I said the other day, you've got to remember for the podcast. And she was like, Mom, it's on my head all the time.
All the time.
It's so, the lighting is not allowing it.
It's not great. But you can kind of see. So, and actually somebody asked her about the pattern. She used the basic sock head hat pattern. She did a smaller,
and put a cable in.
What do you call this?
Rib band.
Rib band. And then she put a cable in there.
Yeah. And I take it off. I would say it's Malib. Did she tell us the yarn? It looks like a Malabrigo sock, to be honest with you. That's what I would.
Look at the cable. Oh, it's really showing up well.
Oh, it's so pretty. She'd put it on instantly.
I live in it. That night I put it on and I didn't take it off until I went to bed. Got up the next morning, put it on. It's just so.
She lives in it. And it's the color of your coat, which is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe I have a hat started for you in that yarn.
Do you really?
From a couple years ago when you bought that coat.
I'll leave it on.
Yeah, I love it.
So yes, I love that, and it was I love it because it's a Shan thing. Like I have a Shan thing in my wardrobe, and I think that is so
super cool,
special.
Yeah,
so special.
And I have to say, those candy bars were gigantic. She sent us like. It's really sad that we didn't save 2 days. Sorry, you're talking to people who love candy.
Yeah, a house full of people that love candy.
Yeah.
So, and she also sent us. Look at Normal reaching for my arm. Sent us little mini washes,
which I'm dying to try.
And actually, I think so.
You told me one of them.
The Rapture.
That's what you have.
Yeah.
And what is this one?
Lavender. Mom is Lavender. That is literally who she is.
Love it.
So that is fun. And then
this is Shannon's just fresh. That's all we need to say.
We're going to repurpose these because
she's fresh.
You all know why. Maybe you don't.
So fresh.
But you should.
We're going to leave them wondering.
Go watch her podcast, by the way. The Shannon we're talking about
is
of the Soxcetera podcast.
She just
sorry
put one
we
up.
didn't say that.
Just put one up.
Prior. But thank you. I think it's adorable. And yes, then she sent us The nicest note. Like, truly, like, almost cried.
These
the nicest
notes are just, all the notes we get are
She's a great writer.
She is. She is.
Like, I was reading that and, like, truly, like, felt like, oh my God, I might cry.
Yeah. Yeah, just lovely. The notes that we get are so, we talked about my first note that blew me away on the very first podcast. Jenny of Lone Larch, who I just adore, sent me the most beautiful note about my periscope that just like, wow, I didn't realize, and so these notes are so special. We've got to start writing notes. We have got to up our game.
We do, and we also need to start hanging the notes that we receive around.
Yes, because we keep them. We keep them.
We love them.
We really do. So thank you.
So I think that was, that's all of our mail. We've done whips, we've done faux, we've done stash enhancement. Let's do a quick reminder about the Stuffy Along.
Stuffy Along starting April 1st.
April 1st, going till May 1st.
Not a cow.
Yep, it's a sal. And we have gotten, a lot of people have reached out and have donated prizes, so we're very excited about that.
And as they come in, we will show them.
We will show them to you.
There will be more than one.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be a handful, which
Definitely.
we're so appreciative and excited.
And if you are a vendor out there or an independent maker that makes things and sells them and would like to donate a prize, we will welcome that. We will promote your products, and we also are welcome to, if anybody wants reviews. I mean, we're open to whatever. So just reach out to us on Ravelry. I'm pretty good. I'd say within a day or two I'll respond to you or Mom.
Yeah. We try.
So yeah. But yeah, definitely personal message us if you have something like that.
Yeah, I was going to say the easiest place where I feel I'm on the most is Instagram.
That too.
For personal messaging. It's like there are some people that have done that, and I feel like I address that, or I'm on Instagram a lot more than I am anything else. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Prepare yourself for the Stuffy Along. I still need to find my pattern.
Yeah. And did we say you can make more than one? You can be eligible more than once.
The more you make, the more entries you have.
Yes, the more entries you have. As long as we talked about it. Yeah. It can't be one little tiny thing. It has to be.
We wrote all the details in the thing, so you can go look.
Never mind.
And as it gets closer, we'll definitely take we're just running really long, so I don't want to.
We are running super long.
Yeah. The other thing is, reminder, we will be going to Do You Knit on March 19th for Kristen of Voolenvine Yarns and the Yarngasm podcast.
And thank you, Kristen. Kristen gifted us her newest shawl.
Yes. Oh, I want to cast that on too.
I do too. I think I'm going to get yarn that day.
Me too. I want to make it with Kristen's yarn.
And we would tell you what it was, but it's a German name and I don't know it. And it's Kristen's. It'll be on the screen. It's her newest release. I'm impressed. It's amazing. My brain can't even wrap around designing something like that.
No,
amazing,
not.
Gorgeous. We will be there with emergency snacks. Kristen, you don't need to bring emergency snacks. You have to bring all your lovely yarn.
Yeah. If you want to. We're not going to turn it down, but don't
we
feel
will
pressure.
Take care of it. No pressure. Yeah. We are the emergency snacks.
So March 19th, Do You Knit? If you'd like to come, please come. We'd love to meet you.
We'd love to meet you. I think Jenny of Tiny Paper Foxes is going to be there. Don't quote me and don't hold her to it.
Is Jacqueline going?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope all the New Yorkers are going. There's a lot of New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, March 19th. And that kind of wraps up everything as if this was a short podcast. I'm so sorry.
Why can we not do it?
We will do our best to either edit out whatever doesn't need to be in here or, which, let's be honest, I never do. But
I know, we might have to.
Come back for 2 sittings or don't, or stop watching whenever you want, or don't watch at all. I mean, guys.
It's yours.
This is fun. Yeah, it's yours to enjoy or not enjoy.
It's fun. It's fun. We have errands to do. We're going to go get Grandma, have a little lunch with her. Because we have an empty house right now, which is unusual.
Incredibly
Chip
unusual.
will be back any minute. Maybe not. Maybe not. I hate to leave when it's an empty house. Because it's so enjoyable. We still have time before lunch.
Do we?
All right, our friends.
Well.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It's always lovely visiting. We will be back next week.
Yep. And we know we know that there are many podcast options out there. So thank you for choosing to,
Thank you
what
for-
Mom just said.
Yes.
Thank you for choosing to spend your time with me, us,
Emergency
Legacy
exits.
this way, that way, that
How do
way.
they do that so
I
well?
don't know. I think a lot of
Mm-hmm.
practice.
I think they practice. They do it a lot. Okay. Go
Guys.
off. Enjoy your day.
Yes, have a great week. We'll
All
see you
right.
next week.
See you next week.
Yes.
Yes. Goodbye now. I have to hit the button. I'm in charge.